And it's our final match of the weekend. It's a Finnish derby between Old Power and Aisti Sports. Let's meet the two teams, starting with Aisti Sports. Number 2, Mel Button. 5, Leo Hitson. 6, Marcus Tubaki. 7, Jana Metzila. And number 8, Mika Honken. On staff is Alexia Hattola. And now introducing Old Power. Number 1, Fabio Saramiti. 5, Nico Vitala. 6, Ito Erle. 7, Estan Zolinavi. And number 8, Oki Miller. Their coach is Timo Leiten. And assistant coach Axel Silva. Your 2 referees are Yanni Ahokas and Sami Haiknen. Thank you, let's play!
Well, welcome back to live coverage of the Super European Goalball League Champions League North Division 2023 here in Espoo. What a weekend it has been. It's the final game and it's our fourth qualification match. It is Old Power against Aisti Sports. There's high anticipation ahead of this one, our final game. It's a Finnish derby. Excitement levels, the juices are flowing. We even have two Finnish referees in charge of this one, Jani Ahokas and Sami Haikinen. The crowd are up for it, we're up for it here. And I'm delighted to say I'm joined by Florim Sarametti for the final time this weekend. Well, Florim, what a weekend it's been. It comes down to this final qualification match between Old Power and Aisti Sports. Excited?
Very, very. And we have Old Power, who is the only team that have won every single game so far, playing against Aisti, who is one of the two teams that had a draw against the Ukrainian national team. So it's going to be a very, very exciting game, and it's also a derby. Two Finnish teams playing. Old Power strengthened with Fatmir Sarametti, but these guys know each other really, really well, and we have the starting lineups with for Old Power from left to right. We have number 7, Ehsan Zovidavi on the left-hand side, Fatmir center, Fatmir Sarametti number 1, and we have Erkki Minala number 8 on the right wing. For the Aisti Sport, we have Jarno Mattila on the left-hand side, Mika Honkanen on the center, and Markus Tihumäki on the right-hand side.
First throw from Erkki Minala goes wide of the far post, and we are underway. Tihumäki with the throw. Oh, tipped over by Sarametti. That had a bit of power behind that one to start us off.
Yeah, really, and a good angle from right to left from Tihumäki. Minala passes the ball to Ehsan Zovidavi, who goes out to the left-hand side. Goes into the gap, blocked by Tihumäki.
Tihumäki responds straight for Erkki Minala and then flies back straight at Tihumäki, and it's blocked. So already high intensity, high paced match. Inside opening 40 seconds, Minala diving to the right. It just already feels inside the opening seconds. Two teams are up for this one.
Yeah, fired up, both teams. Fires on all cylinders now. We have a very good angle there from Zovidavi, going for the gap between Tihumäki and Honkanen. Tihumäki goes into the center with the throw. Fires cross court, blocked by Minala with a quick return. Just blocked there by the upper body of Honkanen, who gives the ball to Mattila.
Down this near side, palmed away. Minala.
Minala goes from right to center and throws it back to the right-hand side. Blocked by the hands of Honkanen, gives the ball to Mattila on the left-hand side. He throws a bounce into the gap, blocked by the hands of Fatmir Sarametti. Fatmir Sarametti goes back to the center. He throws a little slower paced, awkward bounce, blocked by Honkanen, gives the ball back to Tihumäki.
Tihumäki goes through again. He's certainly woken up on the right side of bed this morning. He is firing on all cylinders. And stands off here on that far side. It's a bouncing, awkward effort that's palmed away by Tihumäki. He's certainly been in the game so far as the number 6. And he just passes the responsibility to Mattila, who's on this near side. Just slightly arcs his run, but goes down the centre. Sarametti is there to block, and Minala takes possession of the ball, crashes across the crossbar, goes to this near side. Oh, it's close, but palmed away.
Very good accuracy there from Minala, and now Mattila from the left-hand side. Throwing cross court, and a good block there by Zovidavi. He goes back out to the post and fires cross court bounce, but it just doesn't have enough forward momentum to really be a threat. goes back to the right hand side and throws to the left. Blocked by Tihimäki, who passes the ball to Honkanen in center.
Fatmir Sarametti gets behind that one, just leans on the crossbar, whips it down to his near side, and Matilda covers it well, diving to his left. Just takes a second to compose himself and fires it back at Zovi Davi on that far side, throwing from right to left. Here's Zovi Davi, black shirts with the white numbers, throwing down that far sideline and flinging himself to his left is Tihimäki. That feels like the closest they've come so far.
Yeah, that one and the previous shot from Erkki Minala has been the two best efforts so far in the game. And the cross-court throw from Markus Tihimäki, blocked by the hands of Sarametti, gives the ball to Minala, who goes from center back to the right-hand side and throws and just clamps the ball down between his armpit and the floor from Honkanen.
Zovi Davi collects, just runs a left hand on top of the crossbar, unleashes one. It's a bouncing effort towards that far post that goes wide.
Tihimäki on the right hand side. Throws a bounce that goes straight for the gap, but blocked by the feet of Zovi Davi. Minala now from the left hand side this time. Throws down the line and blocked by the upper body of Tihimäki.
Tihimäki now goes cross court towards Minala, who's come central to cover and fires it right back at Tihimäki. Tihimäki gets his body in the way.
Mattila now on the left hand side. Cross court saved by the feet of Sarametti, who passes back to Zovi Davi on the left hand side. Zovi Davi now with out. Score effort from Tihimäki towards Erkki Minala. Centre, that one's saved by Honkanen. First throw for Honkanen towards that far side, towards Zovi Davi. As we close in on the first quarter of the game, it is 0-0. It's been defences on top so far, and that was getting a little bit closer from Old Power. But even though we haven't had any goals so far, it has been a very high intense and high paced game. So it has been a really entertaining game so far. Minala now with the ball from center, throws a bounce to the left hand side with a slower pace just to change the pace in the ball. Tihimäki from the right hand side throws cross court and it's blocked by the chest of Minala.
Erkki Minala just hands over the responsibility to Fatmir Sarametti, who's just standing slightly right of centre. Advances forward and reaches one down this near side and covered on the goal line by Tila. Stands tall, goes down this near side, bounces, it's awkward, and Minala just scrambles and pushes the ball away.
And it shows that they really know each other well, because they are defensively very, very good in both teams. They read each other very, very well. Tihimäki on the right hand side. Cross court, passes Sarametti and the block by Erkki Minala behind him. And we have the first time out of the game, and it's Timo Lahtinen on the left hand side who took the time out with 5:29 remaining.
Well, it's really been a fascinating matchup between these two sides. Old Power and Aisti Sport, players who will know each other so well. And at the moment, Nothing to separate the two teams. We're at a stalemate as it stands, 0-0, 5 minutes and 29 seconds. In fact, this first half has just flown by. It's been that gripping to follow.
Yeah, and most of the shots has been on court also, which also gives a better flow of the game, and I think that is the kind of throws that Old Power needs to throw from center and outwards towards the center Honkanen, because he's quite short, so it's very hard for a short center to read those kind of angles.
Tiumaki scrambling to his right to claim that one off the throw from Sophie Davy. Tiumaki goes down the centre, Slimeti gets the touch into the path of Minila. And a laugh from Erki Minila. He launches one across court, palmed away by Tiumaki. And you just get the sense that everyone in the arena here is just on the edge of their seat.
Yeah, it's a derby, it's a real derby, this one. Matila from the left-hand side, cross-court bounce, blocked by Sevidavi, who sneaks over to the right-hand side with a slow bounce and just mistimed by Honkanen, but blocked behind him by Tiumaki. And Tiumaki now goes with the bounce cross-court again, blocked by Sereneti. Takes the ball, just goes to the right of the center line. Goes to the right, just blocked by the body of Matila.
Ricky Minila now on this near side, goes on this near side of the court. Gets his body in the way. Just over 4 minutes to go in this first half. With a quick bouncing effort cross court, Zavidavi gets behind it.
3:50 remaining when Zavidavi throws a shot from left-hand side into the pocket, blocked by Honkanen, who gives the ball to Tiumaki. Tiumaki now from the center, fires it down to the gap, and the quick reply from Sereneti. Just good idea. Just a quick reply there, and 3:35 remaining when we have the first timeout for Aisti Sport. And a very, very tight and exciting game so far. And this is, we haven't had a game so far with so many minutes gone, with almost 9 minutes gone and no goals.
Yeah, it's taken all the way to the final match to get a real stalemate, tight game that's actually sort of continued throughout the first half. We've had games that have been tight for the opening 3 or 4 minutes and then suddenly exploded into life. But nothing quite like this. This is something different this weekend.
Yeah.
It's a real tactical, interesting matchup between these two teams. And a matchup and a game that probably quite a few people were expecting. Old Power probably with the favourites probably coming into this one. But everyone thought it could be an interesting tight match.
Yeah, definitely. I also have Old Power as a small favorite in this game, but I know that Aisti, this is basically the Finnish national team, so I know they are really, really strong, and they showed that against Ukraine when they played 5-5.
Yeah, it feels like a lifetime ago now. It was on the
first
game of the day, or the first day, wasn't it? Of course
Yeah.
it was, yeah, the 5-5 match, and with just under 3 minutes to go of the first half. We are 0-0 here. Minila responds quickly and scores! He celebrates with gusto.
Yeah, beautiful quick return there from Minila from the right-hand side, throws to the left-hand side and just touched the feet of Honkanen and over Tiumaki for the first goal, and Fatmir blocks the first effort to equalize there, gives the ball to Zavidavi.
Davi goes for down the centre. Honkanen's right behind this one. Towards Fatmir Sereneti, and Minila just slows it down slightly and then unleashes the ball down this near side. It's palmed away by Tiumaki on the right shoulder. 2 minutes 20 seconds left on the clock in this first half.
Tuhimaki takes the ball on the left-hand side, sneaks over to the right-hand side, throws down the line and out. Collected by David now on the left-hand side. He throws out wide, a couple of meters there. David again, little left-hand side. High bounce. That could be dangerous with just a little bit more forward momentum. Could be really dangerous, that one. Now on the left-hand side. Throws a bounce into the gap. Fatmir blocks it with his upper body. And goes from center towards the right-hand side, blocked by Mattila.
Mattila just leaning on the crossbar on the left post. Just puts a bit of bounce to that one, really digs it into the court. Seremeti gets right behind it. Minla now on his near side. Goes cross court and Honkin has to swivel and save, and he replies quickly towards Minla. Minla responds even quicker towards that far side, and it's stopped by Tuhimaki, and now he just slows the game down. There's a couple of seconds, a tick by. Towards Fatmir Seremeti. Seremeti goes for it again on that far side. Testing out Tuhimaki. Under a minute to go. Old Power leading by 1 goal to nil. Davi on that far side, number 7. Goes cross court towards the centre, Hakkinen dives on to his left. Tuhimaki to his right has the ball. Arches his back on the crossbar and just gets his angle all wrong on that occasion. And out. 30 seconds left of the first half. First half that is blown by. It's been a really engaging match to follow. Zovi Davi can Old Power double their lead before the half-time break. Link gets right behind it and a chance for Aisti to go into the break all square. Matila right behind it, throws quickly and it's saved by Matila. That's an important save.
Very important save, yeah, to keep it down to 1 and 11 seconds remaining here of the first half. Matila on the left-hand side with a big bounce. Just collected there by the upper body of Seremeti, and he will keep the ball here. 1-0 for Old Power, and this is by far the best defensive performance from both teams we have seen through the entire 25 games we've had.
I would 100% agree with that. It's been a competition full of goals. We had that, I've mentioned it a few times actually today, that game between Fen Tigers and RGC Hansa that was 10-15. We had 25 goals even in the previous game, the 17-7. Yeah. So it's been a tournament with goals galore, whereas this one's a far more methodical, tactical battle with both defences on top. So Old Power leading by 1 goal to nil. At the moment they are heading towards the final stages in Vilnius in Lithuania. That stage will be between the 28th of June and the 2nd of July, and there'll be one of these two teams will be joined by Invasport Ukraine, Napaya and Chemnitsa, who qualified in our previous 3 qualification matches. Birmingham beats GC Perun in our first game of the day to secure 9th place in the table.
And we will have no substitutions in either team, so we will have Ehsan, Fatmir and Erki continuing in Old Power, and we will have Marcus, Mika and Jarno continue as usual in the Aisti. 1:30 before we start the second half, and we only have 1-0 for Old Power. For you who are watching the games abroad, who do you think is going to take home this win? And do you think that the defense has impressed you, or is it something you expected?
So, just with a minute to go, Florian, we'll have a closing ceremony at the end of this where we'll be handing out an MVP that's been voted amongst the players. But I was just wondering if you had a player that has stuck out this weekend that you've been really impressed with, either a player that's surprised you, a new player, or someone that you've just really enjoyed following this weekend.
There have been a couple of players that have played better than I thought, and a couple of new players. But I think that the center in Chemnister, I haven't seen him before, Šeletic. I think he has been doing really good in the defense, and his bouncing throws has been really impressive also. But other than that, the games that Old Power have played has also impressed me a lot, because Fatmir doesn't usually play with Ehsan and Erki, and the way they have managed to play as a team has really been impressive.
So a couple of seconds away then from getting this second half underway. Old Power leading by 1-0 against Aisti Sport. And back underway to Maki, will throw from right to left for Aisti Sport on that far side. Goes towards Zovidavi, and Fatmir Sedimeti can't break through on that occasion. Erkiminla will throw first in this second half. But Old Power goes cross court, saved by the legs of Tiumaki. Really big 12 minutes for these two sides. Zovidavi gets behind that one.
Zovidavi now on the left hand side throws a big bounce, but dies out quite a lot. So easy pick up there by Tiumaki, who fires it into the gap and just saved by the foot of Zovidavi.
Lad takes a good run up and whips it down the court. Attila is there and he responds and tries to get it past Zovidavi. Just gets enough on it. The top of his right leg just getting enough contact on it. Sedimeti goes down the middle, and that one's blocked as well. Onkinen centre there, trying to break through Sedimeti and Zovidavi. Timu Lightning, the coach, has a cheeky smile on his face as Minla nearly breaks through for his second goal.
He gave the sign to the referee that Honkanen is squeezing the ball. That's what he meant with the hand gesture. And he should know Honkanen because he was his coach for many years.
Keeping a keen watch over Honkanen.
And they're really aiming for the gap between Seremeti and Zovidavi, but that gap isn't as obvious at all. It's an official timeout for shoelaces for Zovidavi, but the gap isn't as obvious at all now between Fatmir and Ehsan. He has corrected his positioning when marking the ball on the left-hand side.
Goes wide. It might just have been going wide, but Kimilla, I believe, just got a little fingertip to that, and stands with the ball on this near side. Goes down the middle and just presses the ball away and hands the ball over to Maki. Maki goes down the far side, and Zovidavi clings on and responds quickly down that far sideline, and that goes wide.
I would like to see a little more curveballs into the left-hand side between Honkanen and Tiumaki is very tall, but he plays like a short player. He throws himself a lot quick towards the sideline, so if you would have thrown a curveball from the left-hand side from the line, it would probably go in.
Middle response towards Tiumaki. It's such a high-intensity, fast-paced game. 3 minutes into the second half. Honkanen just met in. He responds quickly as well. Back to Honkanen. Kicked away. That's such a big save to make. Flying in.
Most definitely, it passes Fafnir and Aisti comes behind and just kicks the ball across the entire field and out on the right hand side. Tihimäki now from center. Left hand side and out. Minala meets Zevidavi in center, gives Zevidavi the ball, who goes out to the left hand side. Throws a bounce straight down the line and blocked out. And you see what I mean? You have the entire upper body outside of the side, which is completely unnecessary.
Yeah, so just potential for some space for Zovidavi to execute between the legs, the legs of Tihimäki and Honkanen.
Exactly.
Silla on this near side, just running the left hand on the post and just crouches down slightly and launches one. Oh, and does it squeeze from Minala? It does! Ricky Minala goes through him and it's 1-1. 8 minutes to go. It is game on.
Yeah, definitely a beautiful bounce there from Jan Matala from the left-hand side. Just finds the gap between Minala and Seramiki.
No surprises there that a timeout has been called. I think just to make sure those players are almost just reset, ready to go after getting back into the game. Well, it's... to me, it feels like we've almost saved the best to last in terms of such an engrossing, entertaining game. I know it's only been 2 goals, and if you like goals, you've been treated this weekend, but this is a real tussle between 2 sides.
Yeah, definitely. And for me, this is a high-level goalball match when you have 2 so defensively strong teams playing against each other who know each other so well, and just tactics and a little small margins could be the difference here. I really love these type of games.
I could see it in your face, smiling, just watching on. And we are a few seconds away getting underway. Here we are, just under 8 minutes to go. Matila throw, bounce towards the centre area to get something onto it. Rolls into the path of Zovidavi on that far side, and it's just where every little movement makes such a big difference now. Tihimäki on that far side just leans forward slightly and then releases down that far side on Zovidavi. Well, gets his leg to it. It wasn't entirely convincing.
No, he misjudged it a little bit. He went towards the sideline and just got his foot on it, and it just seems like Aisti is a little bit closer to a goal than Old Power at the moment.
Yeah, the balance of power in this game has shifted. That's for sure. And Tihimäki now with possession towards Fafnir Seramiki.
Goes out to the left-hand side. Just hits Tihimäki on the legs there. Honkanen throws from center to the left-hand side, collected by Minala, who fires from center straight to the center.
Wide, Minala felt like he took a chance as the ball just skimmed the outside of the post. Zovidavi now coming around the right of his centre player and firing it down the middle. That one's blocked.
Tihimäki now on the right-hand side. Going cross-court, blocked by Minala. It goes quickly from right to left, throws into the gap, up in the air, and just blocked by the goal line from Tihimäki.
Wow.
6:26 remaining.
That was a a bit of a scramble off the line by Aisti Sports, and they managed to get away with it and just breathe a sigh of relief. Sedameti bits the ball over, so back to Old Power. Another go, and it's straight into the midriff of Tiumaki. Stops and replies quickly, going to that gap and scores!
Beautiful quick return there from Minala with a little bit of a curve in the throw, and just went underneath the feet of Minala, of Mattila.
Mattila responds straight away to the body of Fatmir Sedameti. Erki is very pumped up for this one. 2 goals for him. And the ball down that far sideline goes wide. Tiumaki towards Zovi Davi down that far sideline. That one's also blocked. Davi responds, trying to open that gap between Honkanen and Tiumaki. Ooh, that was very close to fall over.
Yeah. Cross-court throw from Mattila. Minala now from center. Throws out towards the post and blocked by the hands of Mattila and touches the post and out.
You were talking earlier about those fine margins, and that is the side margin. Just getting a fingertip onto the post, and that is the difference of being 3-1, staying at 2-1 and keeping Aisti in the game. Yeah,
definitely. And we have 5 minutes and 18 seconds remaining of this very, very exciting game. And if it's all equalized, we go over to golden goal.
We do, yeah. So it'll be two lots of 3 minutes, but a golden goal, obviously. And if they can't be separated, then we will have extra throws. But at the moment, Old Power have the advantage. They're leading by 2 goals to 1. They were so close then to going 3-1 up. Aisti Sport know that they've really pushing Old Power all the way, and they are still well in this game. Attila, who's standing in the centre of his goal, leans down, goes down the centre. Seremeti gets his body behind it.
Seremeti now from centre.
Oh, and it's deflected over the crossbar. Honkanen.
Just touched by the legs and over the goal there by Honkanen. Tiumaki now on the right hand side. Cross court to the center. Seremeti passes Minala. Minala has the straight bounce, just collected easily there by Mattila.
Zovi Davi gives it a good whip down that far side, and Tiumaki's right behind it, responds quickly, goes to that gap between Zovi Davi and Fatmir Seremeti.
A good read there from Seremeti with a quick return. And Mattila now with the quick return of his own cross court. Very good defense now in both teams with 4:15 remaining of the second half.
Quick response, and that one is also blocked. Diving to his right, the ball over to Zovi Davi. We're into the closing stages of this epic encounter. That one goes wide. The final action potentially of this weekend. Of course, an Aisti goal would change all that.
Mattila with the throw from center towards the right hand side, blocked by Zovi Davi. Zovi Davi now on the left hand side, cross court, blocked by the hands of Honkanen. Honkanen passes the ball to the right hand side to Tiumaki. Tiumaki now with the ball. Cross court, Minala, quick return. And a good defensive job there by Tiumaki.
Yeah, right behind it was Marcus as he goes down that far side, and Zovi Davi again just stretching his arms out. And he applies, oh, it's a bouncing effort that slams in the midriff of Tiamaki, and a timeout called. So the Aisti Sport coach with 2 minutes and 49 seconds remaining on the clock.
Yeah, and that was the third timeout of Aisti Sport, which means that they only have one timeout left remaining, but they still have Ville Montanen on the bench that they can use in case of wanting to make a break in the game, and to be able to talk to the team and give them instructions on where to shoot and what to aim for. 2:49. And not even Timo is looking as relaxed as he usually is when he knows that he's only up by 1 goal. Mattila on the left-hand side. Throws to the left-hand side and out.
Leaning on the crossbar. Goes down the centre, cleared away by the feet of Honkin. He does well actually just to get up quickly and stop the ball over. Keeps the pressure up by Tila. Tila down this near side for Aisti. 2.5 minutes remaining.
Esa now on the left-hand side with a good bounce down the line and out. But for Old Power, it's really important now to keep the ball on the court, so the offense in the Aisti Power doesn't have the 10 fresh seconds to work with. Ceremetti now from center. Just to the right. Ooh, passes Honkanen, saved behind Honkanen from Jano Mattila. Mattila now from the left-hand side. Goes to the center, easy block there by Ceremetti. And a quick reply with the twist from Minola.
He's been threatening that all game. And that's one that bubbles and bounces in front of the goal line, but it's saved off the line by Zovi Davi. Zovi goes cross court, saved by Mika Honkanen. It's fascinating just looking around the auditorium. Everyone's glued on this one. They can't take their eyes away from it. And it's cleared off the line. It bounces off the line and into the path of Zovi Davi.
Yeah, very, very good timeout called actually from Erkki Minola, but I was absolutely thinking about the same thing, because two threats so close to each other, you need to take a timeout just to break the momentum, calm down the game, and guys, reset. 1:30 remaining, and we have 2-1 for Old Power. What an exciting game, what a close game, and this is definitely not over yet, Bradley.
I certainly agree with that. There is definitely one final turn of the book to finally come, one final page to turn, one final chapter to be written in this really enthralling battle of these two Finnish clubs, players who know each other so well. And here is Fatmir Ceremetti, 90 seconds to go. A goal here for Old Power, though, you'd feel would do it. Almost blocked Aisti Sport. On that far side, Tiamaki, and that one is saved from Zovi Davi, who just takes the sting out of the game, just slows the tempo of the match right down. Zovi Davi. Tiamaki's right behind it as we approach the final minutes of the match, and what a game it has been. Attila, that one was saved, and a long ball given against Attila, and this, you feel, Florian, is the moment.
Yeah, most definitely, and this is the first penalty we have the entire game, and remember that Old Power has missed a lot of penalties so far. But as usual, and I know I'm a little partial in this, but in the great moments, Fatmir Ceremetti always steps forward. 3-1, Old Power with 58 seconds remaining. Timo Hack with the ball on the right-hand side.
Do you know what, Florian, on this occasion, on such a big moment in the game.
I have been in such a need of uttering great moments before, and he has been delivered so many times. So that's why I'm actually entitled to be able to say that. And we have a substitution where Mattila goes out, and we have Ville Montanen who comes in on the left-hand side, and he has a very awkward throw that could upset the defense in Old Power. We have 42 seconds remaining here, and we have 2 timeouts left for Old Power and 1 timeout left for Aisti Sport. Tihemäki with the first throw from center.
Camilla dives on the ball, and that is a timeout call, this time from Old Power.
Yeah, with 36 seconds left. And this is a perfect way to end such a great tournament for me with this kind of game. And this is why I love Global. When I see this kind of defense, my heart just smiles.
Well, and what a weekend it's been. We've had plenty of goals, that's for sure. We've had lots of really good moments, lots of new players, new teams coming into the Super European Goalball League. And it all comes down to the final 36 seconds. Invasport Ukraine, Napaya and Chemnitsa have all qualified. Old Power are 36 seconds away from joining them. Erkki Minla just stands tall, throws down the centre, and is saved by Mika Honkanen, and another substitution here for Aisti Sports.
And we have another substitution. It's Montanen goes out, and Ville Jano Mattila comes back in, and this is only to be able to have 10 fresh seconds for the throw. Well, you don't get 10 fresh seconds, you get the seconds you have remaining on the clock, but for the coach to be able to talk to the team, to give them instructions on where to throw, and Mattila has a clear instruction here, goes from left to right.
Pressure on
and a solid block there by Zovidavi.
It really was. And Zovidavi turns down that far sideline and out of play from SEGL.
14 seconds remaining here, so it's more or less done. 10 seconds remaining.
Saved by Honkanen, and the seconds tick down. That is full time in our final match of the weekend, and it's Old Power who beats Aisti Sport by 3-1. Hugs all around, smiles all around for Old Power. But what a match to finish this weekend off. It was a brilliant battle between these two sides. Old Power win by 3-1. They do join Chemnitsa, Napaya and Invasport Ukraine in the finals, which will take place in Lithuania in the back end of June, start of July. Florian, what a fantastic way to end the weekend. Old Power are through to the final stage.
Yeah, definitely, and we have Old Power, Chemnitsa and Invasport Ukraine, who in my opinion all are the 3 strongest team here. Napaya is also a very strong team, but I think that they are slightly underneath these top 3 teams, and Old Power is the only team that has won all of their 5 games throughout this tournament. And you could see the emotions after the game, how much this derby meant and how much it meant to qualify for the final stage of the Super European Goalball League.
Well, that is that this weekend. What a fantastic weekend of goalball action. And Florian, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you in the commentary box this weekend, giving everyone such expert, insightful analysis on all 25 games throughout the past 3 days. And Florian, over to you. What a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I've enjoyed every single game here, and it has been my pleasure to work with you, Bradley. Thank you so much. I've learned so much from you throughout these games, and just hope to see you again soon and do this over one more time, because so much love for the sport and passion, and I can see that in your eyes too when you watch a good game, that you just smile. Yeah.
Well, that final game really did make me smile. It was so much fun, and same to you. I've learned so much this weekend. It's been an absolute honour to share the commentary box with you and to commentate on 25 fantastic matches this weekend. Well, from myself, Bradley Hope, and Florian Serametti, thank you very, very much. Have a pleasant rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you.
Thank you.